Hi you guys, I'm Steven.
I'm Giselle.
And we're the Lover's Passport. We're going to be taking you guys around Redwoods National and State Parks. We're going to be showing you the state parks from north to south. We're doing a Northern California road trip, so we are heading down south right now. We just got here to Boy Scout Trailhead.
It's in Jedidiah State Park, and it's apparently one of the top trails to do. We were doing our research, and it said to definitely check out the Tall Trees Grove, the Boy Scout Trailhead, and then Prairie Creek Trail and Ladybird Trail.
Yes, it hopefully is going to be a beautiful area. The road going in is kind of brutal.
It's
so
sketch.
If you guys have a four-wheel drive vehicle, you'll be fine. You can go as fast as you want. Like we saw a couple Priuses and other cars coming up. Take it nice and slow, especially it was dumping rain the whole time. It seems like every 5 feet there's a pothole. It's a pretty narrow, windy road. So if you guys do come up, make sure you take it slow and that you're prepared for something like that.
Jedidiah State Park is like the most northern part of the Redwoods. So if you're coming from a certain direction or you want to go south to north, north to south, just be aware, like from that part of the park to like Prairie Creek is like an hour away from each other. So if you're planning on doing multiple hikes in one day, just make sure to map out everything.
We're going to be doing this tonight for sunset, and then we're going to go and camp at Prairie Creek. So it should be a pretty nice, easy morning. And then tomorrow we're planning on doing the Tall Trees Trail.
How he really carries his camera behind the scenes. It's like its own child.
Jacket coming in clutch. We just made it here down to the Tall Trees Trail.
So there's actually multiple state parks within the same area as Redwood National Park. And so we're hitting Jedidiah State Park, Prairie Creek State Park, and then Redwood National Park proper. And then gonna be taking you down through the Avenue of the Giants, which is one of...
Deer.
Oh, it's such a cute little baby deer.
Just got back from hiking the Tall Trees Loop. This one in particular you need a permit for, so you can apply for it 2 to 7 days before you guys come.
It's a free permit, but apparently they only let 50 vehicles in per day. So make sure to be on top of it when you're planning your trip to Redwoods National Park, because yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. It's filled with these insane redwoods, and apparently one of the world's largest trees, or what used to be the largest tree. I think they found new ones since, but at one point was the largest living thing. So
yes, it's a beautiful spot. It's our favorite trail that we went on so far. It is quite a bit of a drive though. You have to turn up Bald Hill Road. You follow that up for about 20 minutes.
Past Ladybird.
Which is what we are going to go check out right after. And then you drive down this road. Right after it rains, it was pretty muddy. We are here during the winter, so it is a little cloudy today, but still, it felt like a magical forest.
Yeah, it's still totally worth it, but make sure you guys give yourself some time to get here. depending on where you're staying. We camped at Prairie Creek, and from there it took about 45 minutes to get here. So just really map out where you're planning on staying to the trailhead, because there's hardly any service in the park. So make sure to bring a paper map, or like print out one of the maps from the National Park Service. We just screenshotted 2 of them so we knew where we were going.
This trail itself is about 1.5 miles just to get here to the trail, to like the loop, and then it's about a 1 mile loop all the way around. So in the end, it's about 4 miles from start to end. But like we said, it's so far our favorite hike in the Redwoods area.
The first part of this hike is all downhill, which is really nice because we ended up doing this for sunrise, so our bodies weren't warm yet. So, but we do have about 700 feet ish of elevation gain to go up after this, so keep you posted on how that goes. I love uphill.
All right, you guys, we are on our way to Lady Bird now. We'll see you guys in a bit. Just got back from the Lady Bird hike. It was okay. We recommend it if you guys have kids.
Yeah, it's a 1.5 mile loop, and it's basically flat, but it's still got some really gorgeous views of the redwoods, and yeah, it was just a nice little enjoyable stroll.
Yep. Out of the hikes that we've done so far, it was probably our least favorite. It's super popular. The parking lot is completely full. There was a lot of people there. If you guys have a little bit more time, straight down the road you can go to Prairie Creek. Prairie Creek seems to be a little bit less busy. There's a campground there. That's actually where we camped last night. And then if you guys have some time, make sure you stop by Jedidiah. That was probably the second favorite out of all the spots that we went.
Yeah, Boy Scout treat.
This morning, our favorite hike so far was definitely the Tall Trees Trail. We have to get a permit to go to it. It's right up the road from Lady Bird, but it's super, super secluded. There was no one there. It was a perfect little morning.
Yep. So now we're off. We're gonna go find Avenue of the Giants, which is like this 31-mile stretch of the 101 with these gorgeous views of redwoods.
Yep, we've never driven it before, so here we go. We just finished driving Avenue of the Giants and it was insane.
It was so beautiful. We could have pulled out, like, I think we did pull out at least 5 times.
Ridiculous.
But Steven had some self-control, so I think he actually could have pulled out like 20 more times. But
yeah, the road is insane. If you guys can, the most scenic part we thought was starting from the southmost point on Avenue of the Giants towards Eureka and then driving up probably about 15 or 20 miles. The northern part of it was amazing. We were driving from north to south, so the whole area, you go through these crazy windy roads. You go through a lot of towns that were a little sketchy.
Just a little.
I don't know.
Very small town, hippie, rustic, homeless vibes.
Yes, it was very interesting, but highly recommend stopping there. That was probably my favorite drive out of all the redwoods that we saw, from the top northernmost point in Jedidiah all the way down to Avenue of the Giants. We couldn't figure out if it was actually part of the Redwoods National Park or a state park.
It's in Humboldt Redwoods State Park, so it's much further south than the rest of the redwoods.
But
and then it's a
definitely
31.
Worth a stop.
It's 31 miles long, and it runs parallel to the 101. So if you're going south or north in that area, you might as well just hop on and take a look. It's absolutely gorgeous, and for when, you know, campgrounds open again, it looks like, yeah, there's tons of campgrounds and like hiking trails and everything along that road. We definitely want to go back and just spend a day exploring down there.
We need to definitely spend some more time. We didn't know too much about it. We were just like, oh, let's drive through Avenue of the Giants. Probably a beautiful drive. it was one of the most scenic areas for sure. So make sure to check that out on your Redwoods National Park adventure.
And as always, if you liked this kind of video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more national park guides, trips, tips, photography, advice, etc. So we know to keep on creating that kind of content for you.
And we'll see you guys in the next adventure.